Thursday. Come on, wake up. 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday morning. It is December 11th, 2014, and it is 36 degrees here at the studios of The Source, WOCA, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall, just outside the WOCA commissary, less affectionately known as the food court. So.
Yeah, less affectionately.
Good morning, Robert. How are you?
Good. Good morning, Larry. How are you?
It's cold outside. Oh, I should have put that song on now, I guess.
Oh, that's my most favorite rendition. Rod Stewart and Dolly Parton. It's just, nobody can beat it. I'm sorry, but that's my favorite.
Got a busy show this morning, so let me tell you what we're doing. 7:35, Shannon Cook is coming on the air. She is going to talk about the music of the past year, so forgive me for indulging in something fun that I like to do. But we do have a little bit of political stuff we'll talk about at the other half of the 7:35 25-minute slot, whatever you call that. In other words, from 12 minutes until 8 o'clock. I'll throw in some of the stuff about that's in the news. The president is moving to empty the Guantanamo base prison, you know?
Yeah.
So that's in the news. Dick Cheney is saying that report that we've been talking about is a bunch of hooey.
Uh-huh. So, I like that word, hooey.
Yeah, he didn't use the word hooey. He used the word I didn't want to say on the radio.
Gee, yes.
Anyway, but Shannon Cook is coming on, and she is going to talk about the hottest, the most streamed songs. This is what we do now. We stream songs.
Yep. You don't buy them from the store anymore.
You go on the radio, on the internet, and you stream music. And let's see, she has interviewed, she's a TV journalist. Anyway, Shannon Cook, and she has interviewed the biggies. I'll just tell you that. Annie Lennox is on the list. We have a list of biggies we've interviewed, too. We could do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the year in review with the most streamed artists and songs of 2014. So that ought to be fun. 8:35, we'll take the news and we'll shorten it and deliver it bite size. That's why we call it News Bites, and try to get as much in as we can. Hank Woody will be here this morning at 9:05. He, of course, hosts Veteran News, and he's the executive director of Vets Helping Vets here in Ocala, Marion County. And I've known Hank for a very long time. Robert Winter at 9:35. Robert is a 25-year FEMA veteran.
Yep.
He's a humanitarian, a 3-time world karate champion who teaches self-defense to women. Ladies.
Yes.
In case I get out of hand, you'll know how to hit me in the neck and put me back in my place. Anyway, he's written a book that do we have it? No. I can't wait to see this book, though. It's called Dust in the Wind, Real FEMA Disaster Stories.
Yep.
I don't know why. It's the rubberneck in me.
That's right.
You know, it's when you pass an accident and you gotta look, you know. I guess that's why that book sounds interesting to me.
He's also a bodyguard to the stars.
Oh, really? Who has he bodyguarded?
I don't know, but in Los Angeles.
Whose body has he guarded?
Vegas, I don't know. Maybe Elton John. He's in Vegas.
Oh, he's a bodyguard to the stars in Vegas?
In Vegas and Los Angeles.
Really?
So. Yeah, so that's cool.
We can't
wait to hear him.
What that's like?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being hired as a bodyguard and just nobody even cares about the star?
Oh yeah.
The star hires you. Mm-hmm. And it's you've got the boringest job in the world because there's nobody interested. So why am I here?
Yeah.
Just in case. Nobody knows who you are.
No, but I'm sure they have their groupies. Bodyguard groupies.
Bodyguards have groupies?
I would think so. Yeah, if they're in the news enough, right? They're standing there looming
over
the stars.
I don't know. I never heard of that before. We'll ask him. Mike McNamee is coming on at 10:05 with Sarah Holden. They are both going to talk about a study that shows the new 401k plans effectiveness, I guess.
Yes.
Clark Howard is back and forth on 401k plans. Sometimes he likes them, sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah, as long as it's great with the employer.
See, I don't understand them either. I mean, it seems like you just basically trust somebody with your money, right?
Yeah, the bank.
The bankers.
Yeah, you can have the bank or you can have those investor guys.
And then we have an R&B soul artist. I listened to his music yesterday. You sent it to me so that I could do that. Thank you for doing that. His name is Kevin Ross. He has written songs for the singer Usher, for Trey Songs. I don't know if that's a group or a singer. Akon. I'm going to have to pretend I know these people. The only
Yeah,
one I
me
know is
too.
Usher.
Yeah, me too.
He's also a talented piano player, and his new song is called "This Is My Wish." And I watched it yesterday, and it almost looks like a Glade candle commercial.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, it is a Glade, a
Yeah.
whole song.
Yeah, devoted to Glade candles.
It's like
I know.
It's like he puts his candle on his piano,
Yes,
right?
yes.
He says they sent me this candle to inspire me to write a song, and this is what I came up with. And he's writing this beautiful Christmas song. It's a Christmas song, right?
Yes, yes.
About Christmas. That somehow came out of that candle.
I know.
But
it's
what I'm going
goofy.
to tell him, because I watched the video, this is what happens. He sits
Yeah.
down to play the piano after lighting this beautiful candle, which is
Yes.
the size of a small jar of jelly.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Robin, did you notice there were some beautiful women playing violins like 10 feet away from him?
It's magical. Yes, it is.
And not only are the
Very
women
magical.
playing violins, but there are other women like standing. I don't know. There's some crowd control things
Yes.
to protect him from crowds. And there's like beautiful women on the other side of that crowd control. So I think I get the message. Get a candle
From Glade.
from Glade.
That's right.
You light it, and your world will be good, man.
That's right.
What I was thinking, why are you still playing that piano?
Exactly.
You just got a visit from like God. He left you some gifts.
That's right. You need to open them.
So anyway, artist Kevin Russ will be with us at 10:20. Linda Gray Sexton is coming on. She's the author of 2 novels and 2 memoirs. She's the daughter of Pulitzer Prize-winning author and poet Anne Sexton. Her book is called Be Spotted, My Family's Love Affair with 38 Dalmatians.
Yeah, I love that book.
38, not quite 101,
No.
but still more dogs than I would care to feed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Rabbi Stephen A. Fisdell is coming on at 11:05. He studied spiritual significance of the Kabbalah. Kabbalah? How do you say that word?
Kabbalah, I think.
He
It's pronounced.
studied the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yep.
He studied early Jewish mysticism for more than 30 years. He's the founder of the Center for Jewish Mystical Studies in Albany, California. Oh, Albany,
Yeah,
California.
that's what it says. California.
And he served on the core faculty of the probably Chachmat.
Yes,
Trying to remember how to speak Jewish.
Thank you.
Chachmat
Rabbi.
Halev Institute for Jewish Learning in Berkeley, California. Anyway, he's written a book called The Meditation Practice Within Kabbalah. So we'll find out something about that. When is I think Hanukkah is on the 16th.
Next week.
Am I right?
Yeah, it's next week.
So 2 weeks from today is Christmas.
Yeah.
1 week from today is Hanukkah.
Yeah, next Tuesday, 6 p.m. I believe it starts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
So their holiday is 8 days long, right? And
Yeah.
the Hanukkah holiday wraps up as we begin ours, really, right?
Yeah, I
the
think
Christmas
so.
holiday.
Yeah, 7. Yeah.
It's fun with Joe today. I have some sound bites from Christmas movies. You'll have to guess the name of the movie. I'll just play the clip I downloaded, and
Okay.
you and Joe will have to do that.
Yep.
And then with Galen, I got some of the hottest selling Christmas gifts. I have both for children and for men. We'll do ladies another day.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, ladies I'm going to be interested. I need to buy for children and men, not for ladies.
How many children on your list?
No, I don't have any.
No little children on your list.
One 16-year-old. That's the only child.
Oh, that's right. You did one of those
list.
trees. Oh, by the way, we at WOCA, we're gathering gifts.
Yes, we are.
We're gathering gifts for an organization called Children Helping Children, correct?
Kids
or Kids
Helping Kids.
Okay, I
Yep.
got it. I'm sorry. And so if you look at this, if you come by the studio or if you look at the camera, whatever, the video feed, you'll see that behind Robin there's a lot of gifts.
And Signature Brands donated 200 tins of popcorn
200
for the
tins.
children.
So if you want to donate something to them,
Yeah.
bring them by the studio. We'll be right back.
Fox Fox News Radio, I'm Steve Rappaport. Midnight or bust. Congress scrambling to pass a spending bill and avoid a government shutdown.
We're hearing a lot of unhappiness on both sides. Republicans would like to fight more on the immigration executive action. Some Democrats are concerned about the campaign funding aspect. House Speaker John Boehner sounds like he's pretty confident they'll get it done.
Fox's Mike Emanuel. California bracing for a big storm.
Homeowners were filling up sandbags.
We know that there's going to be a lot of rain. We know that there's going to be wind. Those translate into flash flooding, debris flow.
That's Sean Boyd with the Governor's Office of Emergency Services. Northern California could get 3 to 8 inches of rain depending on location. Southern California could get anywhere from 1 to 4 inches depending on location.
Fox Radio's Jessica Rosenthal. Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton out of the hospital after fracturing his back in a car accident, but Newton will not play this Sunday. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Baird.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The #1 place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power to prosper. Check your local listings.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Your home is safe, or is it? AA Lock, Dock, and Security. The name has been a staple in Ocala since 1985. Do you have the right equipment in place to have peace of mind when you are at home or away? AA Lock, Dock, and Security has the right people to install and monitor your home or business. Call today for a free on-site security analysis. Call 867-1965. AA Lock, Dock, and Security, 219 Northwest 10th Street, 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retool.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire. Because that's how exotic it is.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
When I started thinking about this year's Christmas greeting, I wanted to make it something meaningful. So here is my heartfelt wish for us all. Good health, prosperity, and the peace to be happy, whatever our circumstances. Remember the reason for the season. Merry Christmas.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
1370 WOCA.
estate is the largest and most personal investment that any of us will ever make. Be sure to tune in Tuesdays at 10 a.m. when Bob Kennedy, owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty, will be answering your questions and discussing real estate. So remember, that's Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Call 622-9622 with your questions. It pays to be an informed buyer or seller. This is news you can use from Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty and your friends here at WOCA.
This is Joe and Patsy Martone.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.
From
WOCA, The Source.
Come be swept away with medieval magic by volunteering at the 29th Annual Hogtown Medieval Fair on January 24th and 25th and January 30th through February 1st at the Alachua County Fairgrounds. Volunteers will take tickets, oversee exhibits, or provide breaks for the artists. Become a part of Gainesville's rich tradition of community service. Volunteers will receive a one-day pass. Applications can be downloaded at gvlculturalaffairs.org or call the City of Gainesville at 352-393-8536. All right, 24 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. My first love is music, Robin. My very first love is music. I can remember as a kid just glued to the radio. I grew up in New York, and WABC out of New York was the hit radio music station, right? And the Christmas season, it was always so cool because they would play, well, especially between Christmas and New Year's, they would play like the best songs of the year, and they would send you, if you asked them, goes back to the 60s and 70s, just to, for those who don't know, I know you know how old I am, but anyway, they would send you this, if you asked for it for free, they would send you this chart that gave you the top 100 songs of that year.
Yes.
Which was always so cool. I just loved it. I don't know why. I was into pop music. I guess in a way I still am. When I drive to Orlando or whatever, when I have time to really just listen to the radio, I will switch to a pop music station.
Me too.
Shannon Cook has been with us before. There's a new thing. I know it's new to me. It's about, I don't know how long I've had Spotify, maybe a year. I love Spotify. I put Spotify on when I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the old days when I would listen to the radio. And they even have commercials. And I know I know this sounds weird. No. This sounds weird, but I actually like the commercials. I know that sounds weird, but it makes me feel like, I'm listening to the radio.
Yeah.
When you listen to Sirius or something like that, there's no commercials, right?
You should get a commercial on Spotify for WOCA. That way people can listen to music.
There you go.
Tune into,
there you go. Tune into our show.
The morning show.
The year in review is always my favorite topic. The most streamed artist. It used to be the best-selling artist in songs. Now it's the most streamed. Shannon Cook. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Pretty good. I love what you do. I love your job. Where are you right now?
I love your job. Being a radio host, my goodness, that must be so fun.
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm in New York City.
See, that makes it even better.
Yeah, I love New York
Are you
City.
old enough to remember? You don't remember WABC, music radio. I know ABC now is a talk station, but do you remember when it was a music station?
No.
Too young.
No, she's too young.
Too young.
But I also grew up a little further south in a country called Australia. So
well, that would explain everything. Well, no wonder. Oh, I thought you grew up in New York. Well, let me tell you something. When I was a kid, it's like 17 or 18, a guy who was 60 years old who knew pop music would have been amazing to me. I don't think there was anybody like that. But I'm that guy now. I'm 60, going on 60. And I know the name Ed Sheeran. I'm putting that name out there because I'm guessing he's the most streamed artist. Am I right?
He is the most streamed artist in the world and in the U.S. Of 2014. Yeah, he had an absolutely stellar year. We predicted that the album that he released this year, it looks like an X, but it's pronounced multiply.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I saw the X. I had no idea. It was called multiply. Okay.
No, I know. I was calling it X for the longest time, and someone pulled aside and said, Shannon, that's not the name of the album.
You see what Prince did? You see Prince's influence when he was just a symbol?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, multiply. Okay.
But we predicted that this would be the album that brought him a much broader audience in the U.S., and sure enough, that happened, and he's just really taken the U.S. and the world by storm with this album. It's a little more playful than his previous work, and I don't know. Everyone just loves it. He's a very captivating singer. He wears his heart on his sleeve, so the ladies like him.
The ladies love him. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. The A-Team. All the ladies love the A-Team.
That's right.
And that's what the hook was. By the way, I just had I had a thought, and it never occurred to me, Shannon. When we see something that's called triple X, that actually is triple multiply. Multiply, multiply, multiply.
That's right.
That's what you're actually looking at in those movies.
Exactly.
People multiplying.
It's such a fun way.
I've never thought of it that way, but you've just changed the way I see the
world. So, do you guys have a show on Spotify that is actually featuring the most streamed songs? Is that like a channel, or what do you call it?
No, we don't. We feature stuff in the form of playlists. So we curate a lot of playlists, which we have playlists for the artists who are up and coming, emerging artists. We have playlists for the most streamed songs of the year. We have playlists of the most streamed songs at the moment. We break it down by country. That's kind of our programming format, I guess you could say.
By the way, the story about Taylor Swift not wanting her music on Spotify, did somebody ever tell her you get paid when you get played on Spotify?
Yeah.
Right, you do. We were obviously really disappointed to say goodbye to Taylor Swift, and her fans who are on Spotify were especially disappointed. You know, they woke up one day,
right,
were missing from their playlist.
Well, when an artist gets played or a songwriter gets played on mainstream radio, people are hearing it for free, but the radio stations are paying a royalty.
Exactly.
Well,
somebody better tell her.
Can you give her a call?
Yeah, this is how it works, Taylor.
There's a lot of confusion. There is a lot of confusion out there. I mean, the music industry is evolving. It's really been in a state of transition for pretty much since it came about. But there is a misunderstanding from some people that Spotify does actually pay artists. We've created a model that we're really confident satisfies everybody. Listeners get to access songs instantly and can curate their own playlists and feel like their own DJs. And artists are getting paid, you know.
Yeah. Is Spotify an app? It is an app. I have the app, actually. I just realized that.
Oh, okay.
I have it on my Kindle.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
Nice. Yeah. That's another nice thing about it. You can access Spotify on your cell phone, which we're finding is the most popular way at the moment for people to actually sign up to Spotify.
So tell us some of the names. I've been occupying your whole conversation. I'm sorry. Tell us who the most streamed artist. I already guessed Ed Sheeran. I cheated. I looked it up, by the way.
Oh.
You did. You cheated by looking at our list. That's
No. I really didn't look it up. Let me clarify that. It was a news item, and I happened to see the news item that said he was the most streamed artist.
You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble, Larry.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Although I wouldn't mind,
That's right.
being in trouble. Multiply. Right, so tell me who else is on that list. Who's number 2?
Our most streamed track of the year. I love talking about this because it's such a fantastic song, and it was a global phenomenon. And that's the song "Happy" by Pharrell Williams.
Oh yeah, that is a good one. Yeah.
For the first 3 months of the year, I felt like that was the only song that you could actually hear, and it spawned those beautiful copycat videos from all different parts of the world. Also, Katy Perry had an amazing year on Spotify. She took the crown as the most streamed female. Interestingly, she unseated Rihanna, who was our most streamed female for the last 2 years.
She's great too. Yeah.
Now Katy is queen. Actually, her song "Dark Horse." I don't know if you play that on your
We're a talk station, but I play it in my car.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a song that for the first half of the year it was the most streamed track on Spotify. Really great year. Coldplay also had a huge year. They released an album which resonated with all our listeners, and they are the most streamed band or the most streamed group of 2014.
Really?
I'm glad they haven't disappeared.
I know. I've seen Coldplay live about 3 times, and they are one of the best bands I've seen live. My friends make fun of me for saying that, but every time Chris Martin starts doing his thing, it's like it's an amazing live experience.
What's the closest seat you got? How close were you?
I I've been fairly close, but also way back.
Well, can't you have your Spotify credentials get you backstage?
Yeah.
Sometimes. I used to work for CNN, and that certainly helped get me.
Oh, that'll get you backstage. Everybody wants to be in the news.
Are there any girl bands that are streaming heavy right now?
Girl bands, not really, but a lot of girls are streaming very well. Ariana Grande had a big year.
Sounds like something at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Megan Trainor is also very hot to trot at the moment, although that's not really a nice thing to say about her. Hot to trot. That's
okay.
Getting back in the realm of
in the context of multiply, it works.
Yeah.
Look, we've tainted the whole interview, haven't we?
That's all right. You're from Australia. Everybody in Australia was an outcast at one time, right? So
Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, you were all exiled or whatever they call it from England.
We're all bad. We were all sent.
But you're all beautiful too. Isn't that weird? Everybody that got kicked out of England is pretty.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, have you seen the royal family? They're horrible looking.
Oh, not Princess and
No, not the ones they marry. No.
Yeah.
No, not the ones that they bring into the flock. The ones that got the blood. You know what I'm talking about, Shannon, right?
I know exactly. I'm winking.
You don't have to worship the Queen, do you?
We are the Commonwealth. We are.
Oh, that's right.
The Commonwealth in Australia, so we do all hail the Queen.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure in Australia where everyone's in love with Kate.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you?
Go ahead.
Who is one of your most favorite independent artists that you have streaming?
Independent artist. Well, that's a good question because one of the great things about Spotify is you can get your music on Spotify whether or not you have a record label. And we do. One of the biggest breakout artists on our service who is an independent artist is Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Remember those guys? We haven't really heard from them that much the last year, but last year they absolutely took off, and they still stream in very, very high numbers on Spotify. So he's a classic example of someone who doesn't have a record label. It's probably making quite a nice chunk of change as a result, and has just found enormous success and found a huge audience on Spotify with his music.
Yeah, that's what Taylor Swift needs to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. She thinks you're just giving it away.
Yeah. Well, she's young. What can we say?
Give her a call.
Do you have a show on Spotify where you're the host?
I do not. No. But if you'd like me to have my own show, please call my boss.
Yeah,
because you're perfect. You're amazing.
I think we kept her overtime. You probably have another radio station you got to call, don't you?
I feel like this interview's gone on for about 45 minutes.
Oh no! Well, Shannon, thank you for being on the air with us. Spotify I am a fan of Spotify. I love what you guys do. It takes the place at the age of 60 what used to be what I listened to when I was 16. So from 16 to 60.
It's wonderful. Yeah. And they couldn't have asked for a better spokesperson than you, Shannon. You're absolutely charming.
Well, you're very, very sweet. I'd love to come back. You guys are charming too.
Do you get another radio station to talk to? Do you have somebody else to talk to?
I do. I have quite a few, actually. It's a busy morning.
So your publicist right now is just biting his nails.
Poor Terry.
Just going nuts. Shannon Cook, thank you so much. I guess the website we want to tell people is Spotify.com. Is that right?
Yeah, go to Spotify.com/2014 if you want to check out who my streamed artists of the year.
Oh, okay. I'll do that. I like that kind of stuff. Shannon, thank you for being on the air and for putting up with me.
It was very fun. Thank you.
All right. We will take a little break and... Hold on. I got to push a button here, Shannon. And we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today and cool with a high of 59 to 63, then mainly clear and chilly tonight. Lows ranging from 36 in the coldest inland spots to about 44 along the coast. Mostly sunny tomorrow and a little bit milder, the high 62 to 66. For Saturday, a nice day with sunshine and some clouds, high 65 to 69. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
News Talk 1370. WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
All right, 8 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. I guess we went a little bit long with our
she's such
Spotify
fun.
girl.
Yeah.
multiply.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
A new understanding of what those X's mean. All right, let's see. What is the temperature? I'll give you something mundane to start off with. 36 degrees. 36 degrees. This Saturday is the Christmas parade.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it. We'll be broadcasting from the offices of Life South Community Blood Center.
Yep.
I don't know if Galen's going to be there. I think Tom Davis said he would be there.
Tom Davis is going to be there with Jane, our new friend.
So we'll be broadcasting, and
they'll be accepting blood donors.
Oh, really? Maybe I'll donate blood while I'm there.
Yeah, there you go. You can be broadcasting and then have your arm out while you're sitting there. That'll be novel.
Well, the parade takes a long time.
I know.
Go lay down. Take a nap for a half hour. Wake me up when the blood's done. So we have here at WOCA Studios in the Paddock Mall a Christmas tree surrounded by some plush toys that were donated by Robin's two adult children, TJ and Shannon, Robin and Ronnie's
34
two
now.
adult children.
Yeah, they're 36 and 34.
They do have a daddy. And also Signature Brands donated a bunch. How many?
200.
200 tins of popcorn.
Yeah, those holiday tins you see in the stores and stuff, huge from Signature Brands. Thank you so much.
The toys, all the gifts, everything in the studio will be picked up on December 19th by the people over at Kids Helping Kids, correct? That's the name of the group?
Yep.
And they will be distributing them to families and children who might not otherwise have a Christmas. I know there are other organizations doing this. This is the organization that we hooked up with this year so we could help them. Which is kind of what we do every year. We find an organization.
And they're the same organization that helped raise funds for the splash park in Bellevue.
Yeah.
Same organization, so they're doing a great job.
And by the way, the WOCA Christmas CD is still available.
Yes.
And I think Joe said it was $10. And the money does go to charity. So if you want to come by, it's something we did 4 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah, 4
I can't
years
remember
ago.
how many years ago.
The same year the Martones bought the station.
So
4
if you
years
want one of
ago.
them, you come by and pick it up, pick one up, and then and thank you. Anyway, so if you have a gift, a toy, I kind of went on a tangent there.
Yeah.
Come by the studio and just drop it off. It doesn't. We don't want it wrapped.
No.
But I'm gonna go on a. Nobody's told me to say this, but I don't think it has to be brand new. Like some people say, it has to be a new unwrapped gift.
Yes.
I mean, if it's new, that's probably better. But if it's new, if it's like new,
If it's in pristine condition,
yeah,
bring it by.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing wrong
These
with
toys
that.
have been taken care of for a lot of years, and
So-
they're in pristine condition.
So, all right, let's go to the phone. Good morning. You're on the air.
I really enjoyed this story about the Glade candle, where the guy lit the candle and he was surrounded by women playing violins and everything.
Yeah, have you seen the video?
I have a question. If I light a Yankee candle, am I going to be surrounded by guys from New York going, "Hey, how you doing?" Thanks, Larry.
Yes, and it'll be me.
Yeah, and there is a Yankee candle in the mall, so that would be fun.
Smells really good at Yankee Candle,
Yeah,
too,
it
by
does.
the way. Just forget about it. I had some serious stuff. We have 4 minutes. What's the point? I guess we're starting our Friday early. We're doing this. You should have fun on this segment Friday.
That's right. That's right.
So anyway, so if you have some toys you want to bring by, I mean, it's just a wonderful thing. And the lady who we met yesterday,
Jerry
I
Gears.
didn't meet her for the first time, but I forgot I met her once before. It's probably a character fault of mine. I forget people.
I do too.
But anyway, her name is Jerry, right?
Yes, Jerry
And
Gears.
so she's doing such a wonderful job trying to help out some children who might not otherwise have a Christmas.
And these children, they're special needs children. I mean, there are 4 right now that are undergoing chemo. One of the children had to have some of his organs modified. And one child is autistic, and they help every child up through age 18. And like you pointed out yesterday, Larry, the older children help the younger children, and it's so
Right, it's called Children
so
Helping
wonderful.
Children, right? Or Kids
Yes,
Helping Kids.
Kids Helping Kids, yeah. Florida Kids Helping Kids. It's just so giving and so wonderful, and we really have a great group of children out there.
So, by the way, I have an idea for a great Christmas gift.
Oh, okay.
A kayak.
Oh, that is a good Christmas
Did you hear
gift.
that story this morning? I'm going to bring a news story into the segment.
No, I did
It's
not.
a fun news story. There's a lady who is the first woman ever to completely circumnavigate the saltwater paddling trail in the state of Florida. It took her 3 months to do it.
Wow.
She is the 16th person to do it, I think. No, she's the 14th person to do it. The other 13 were men. She's the first woman.
Uh-huh.
She's a microbiologist. She studied, she's from Tampa, but she started at the Big Lagoon State Park near the Alabama state line on September 6th.
Uh-huh.
And she ended yesterday.
Oh, she's been in her kayak the whole time.
Well, yes and no.
Wow.
Yes and no. The rules say that in order to qualify for this, you cannot take a rest of more than 2 days.
Oh, okay.
So her name is Mary Mangiapia. She completed all legs of the trail without more than 2 days rest. Most cases, she took 1 day rest. Her journey concluded yesterday at Fort Clinch State Park near the Georgia state line.
Oh, we were there.
Did we?
We painted there. Fort Clinch, yeah.
She had
Sure
130 pounds of gear on her kayak.
Mm-hmm.
She had a map and a compass and a GPS, which is a good idea.
Wonder how she charged it.
Her kayak was an Epic 18 kayak. She went through storms, waves, even a run-in with a bull shark. The bull shark hit her kayak and bent her rudder.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Let's see. She rescued a pair of jet ski campers
Oh, good for her.
in the Pinellas County Aquatic Preserve.
Mm-hmm.
She was escorted by dolphins into the marsh of the Chassahowitzka National Wildlife Refuge.
Oh, I bet she got some great photos.
I bet you she did, yeah.
Wow.
There was a coastal storm, and she had to take refuge in the home of a friend, Deborah Woods. They identify the friend.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so
How cool
she's
is that?
a graduate of Florida Gulf Coast University. She recovers. She received her master's degree in microbiology from the University of South Florida.
Wow.
She's been kayaking since she was 9. It doesn't say how old she is.
She's a microbiologist, though. That's pretty awesome.
Right.
She must have gotten a lot of cool stuff.
Tiny things.
Yeah.
All right, less than serious topic this morning on the first half hour. Oh, all right, we'll take a little break and we'll be right back. This is WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. A massive spending bill to keep the government open, hitting some possible snags.
House Speaker John Boehner says a $1.1 trillion budget keeps the government open and sets up a challenge
to the president's unilateral actions on immigration.
But some GOP members, like Mo Brooks of Alabama, are unhappy there's no real effort
to defund the president's unlawful, illegal amnesty.
The White House is unclear on the bill's prospects there.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland. Some classes canceled because of rain in Southern California, where residents are stocking up.
Tarps, batteries, flashlights.
In anticipation of one of the windiest and rainiest storms in 5 years, it's supposed to later pound parts of Southern California. And in Britain, charges filed against a 74-year-old man police say held 3 women against their will in a London house for 30 years. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Your home is safe. Or is it? AA Lock, Dock, and Security. The name has been a staple in Ocala since 1985. Do you have the right equipment in place to have peace of mind when you are at home or away? AA Lock, Dock, and Security has the right people to install and monitor your home or business. Call today for a free on-site security analysis. Call 867-1965. AA Lock, Dock, and Security, 219 Northwest 10th Street, 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retooled.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. We are Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire because that's how exotic it is. We are
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817 800-878-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
When I started thinking about this year's Christmas greeting, I wanted to make it something meaningful. So here is my heartfelt wish for us all. Good health, prosperity, and the peace to be happy, whatever our circumstances. Remember the reason for the season. Merry Christmas.
WOCA. You're listening to WOCA. Ocala.
All right. It is 5 minutes after 8 o'clock, 36 degrees here at the studios. I don't know why. It feels like a Friday to me, Robin.
Yeah, it does.
I'm having a fun morning, I think.
It's a good morning.
I always have fun, actually. Galen Unold is on the phone from Life South Community Blood Center. Two weeks from today is Christmas. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that could be.
Maybe that's what it is.
Christmas spirit.
Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Where are you?
Just dropped my son off at school.
It's cold out there. It's cold in here
It's
today.
cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I like it.
My dashboard says it's 37, Larry. What does your
36.
WOCA have?
It says 36. So you give a plus or minus a little bit. So it's gonna be cool.
Let's go with 36.5 then.
It's gonna be cool on Saturday. I think I'm gonna like it that way at the parade.
No, you mean that cold?
Yeah, like
as long as it doesn't get wet. I remember one we had where it was like rainy
last year.
And, cold.
Last year was rainy and cold.
Was
Yeah,
it last year.
Horrible. Yeah, I didn't like it either.
And you know the cold isn't bad. It's just cold.
I know, but cold and dry is good. Cold and wet's no good.
Yeah. Cold and wet's not doable. It's when you just go home.
Yeah.
Like, look, Santa's at the end of the line. We're going home.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And you know who I feel bad for in the cold? And every time it's those people who are playing the brass instruments. All the people in the marching band playing those brass instruments.
Why them? Why them and nobody else?
Because don't they have to have their fingers out of the gloves in order to feel it?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, they do.
And then the brass.
Yeah, but sometimes the girls are marching with basically no pants on. I mean, they have
bare shoulders and everything. The majorettes,
the twirlers, majorettes.
Yeah, those kind of things. Yeah,
at least
the color guard
or something on. Yeah, that's silly. Yeah.
So I don't know how they do it. It's just they do it.
Yeah, they do it. They do a great job.
So they'll have to be prepared. So, Robin, you're a woman. You would know. Do those tight-fitting things that look like bare skin, do they actually keep you warm?
No, you're cold.
See,
you're cold, but once you're marching and you're performing for the people, it doesn't bother you until it's the very end, and then you stop because you're smiling and that adrenaline's going, and you don't notice the cold when you're marching like that.
What about football players? They play in the snow.
You're mentally tougher than me. You're mentally tougher than me. I'd be complaining about how cold it was the entire whatever it is, 1.8 miles or whatever.
Me too.
I'd be like, God, it's cold.
Me too. Well, remember when President Obama was inaugurated, was it Yo-Yo Ma?
Yo-Yo Ma.
A couple of musicians were out there, and it was freezing in Washington, D.C. Remember that?
Yeah, and they still played live. They were amazing.
They played live, but what we heard on TV was a recording, which didn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, that
The people who were there heard them play live. The people who were watching it on TV heard the recording.
Yeah, that was stupid.
He's probably the only cello player I've ever known. Right? That's how good he is. You know his name, and he's a cello player.
That's true. Well, I think it's the name. Yo-Yo Ma. That's cool.
Ma.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt him, does it? Who would you know that played the cello before was probably some bassist in a folk band?
A bassist.
The guy from, what was it called? From the guy who died in the plane crash.
Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly.
Mm-hmm.
You probably knew he's the second most famous cello player in the world.
Buddy Holly had a cello player?
A bass player?
He had an upright bass player.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Buddy Holly did.
Same thing?
No.
Is that the same thing?
No. Close.
Well, it looks a lot alike, Larry. I don't know. I know one's got a bow and one doesn't, but I thought it was the exact same instrument.
No. They both have bows.
Yeah.
But you don't have to use them.
Yeah, well, we did have Matthew Wardell's. Well, we did have Matthew Wardell's wife in the studio here, and she played her cello, and she's absolutely outstanding.
So, speaking of musicians, we have.
She must be the third. most famous cello player.
Well, she's our most famous.
Yeah.
So do you know Kevin Ross, the R&B soul singer?
Yeah.
Oh, you do know him? Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's
But I've heard his music.
He's coming on later on, and
Oh, that's cool.
10:20.
he has a whole song that is based on one candle. What was it called? A Glade candle.
Glade candle. You probably got a lot of money.
Have you
for
seen that video?
I haven't seen that one. No.
We just having a goofy morning, aren't we? He wrote for Usher. I know who Usher is, but I don't know who Trey Songz is. Who's Trey Songz? Is that a group or a guy?
He's a dude.
Okay.
I think it's a guy. I've heard the name. I can't think of anything they sing. I mean, I know Usher.
Akon? Do you know Akon?
No, my son would.
Akon.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Hold on. The phone rang. Let's see if somebody has something important to say. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning. I actually was wanting to talk to you off the air, but I could lend something to the conversation.
Go ahead, but you called on the air. What do you need? What can I help you with? You want fries with
I was
that?
calling because I'm that teacher that's homeless in Ocala, and I wanted to talk to you guys about an interview later, but I loved your subject.
Oh, okay. And yeah, I read about you, and you sent us an email.
Yep.
Tell us your name. What's your name?
My name's Tom Redmond.
And did you spend the night last night outside?
Yeah, in a camp. The camp was actually shown on the news last night.
Where were you?
Off of 301. I don't want to be too specific because I don't want them to get rousted down there.
Oh, okay. Oh, the other people you're with don't know you're not really a homeless person?
That is correct. I just go into the community and infuse myself into the homeless community. I truly am homeless. The only difference between me and them is mine's voluntary. I don't cheat.
Well, there is a difference, though. I mean, you got light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Well, that difference, correct. But I mean, in the day-to-day life, et cetera,
Oh, okay.
There's no difference.
So what are you learning from this, and what do you want us to know about it?
Well, here's the two things I want you to know. One, there is a solution, and it doesn't cost a lot of money from the government. And two, public empathy is the solution to homelessness. Those are the two things that I advocate.
Public empathy is, yeah. Well, and a lot of people want to help, but we try so hard to help. What's hard to know is the truth, because you hear different numbers.
Yes.
Well, here's the deal.
There, but by the grace of God, go away. I could easily be homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say that, my big thing is I only have one mission, and it's actually pretty easy, and that is just to show the truth of homelessness. And there's lots of research out there, but the truth is 40% of the homeless are families. But the public thinks that the homeless are the vagrants they see in the square. And a lot of those aren't even really homeless. Now, some are chronically homeless that have medical disabilities. They have major schizophrenia or something like that. And those guys are never coming off the streets by themselves, and there's no plan for those people.
Absolutely.
I want to see that change.
Absolutely. You're kind of preaching to the choir. We've been talking about this for a very long time. Not that we've never done what you're doing, but we have had on Thursdays, we have a veteran show. And on the veteran show, there have been quite a number of homeless vets who were rescued in a way by the other vets who found out about them and then went to talk to them and figured out what the problem was it PTSD, whatever it was, got some money together for them and got them a job. So, there's a
home.
It's kind of like the starfish story. You do one at a time.
Yes.
And
you're exactly right.
Yeah.
And I tell you right now, that's one of the things I'm going to be talking to the mayor and chief of police and all today when I have my meeting with them at 10. But one of the things is you got a lot of people, there's FedVash money that President Obama set aside that easily used, but the vets don't know that are living in the woods that they can easily get off the street today. They're actually the easiest to get off the street today are veterans.
The truth is, you're right. They don't know. And that's where Vets Helping Vets really makes a huge difference, because they actually walk into the woods. I know some actual stories.
Yes, we met them.
This isn't figurative. This is real.
We met the homeless.
Walked into the woods, got the guy out of the tent, and said to him, "What's your story?" And the guy turned out to be a former truck driver, who just something snapped. He was a Vietnam veteran. And long story short, the vets knew there was there were some money available that could help them. And the money doesn't just come from the president and the government, by the way. The money comes from a lot of us too, just local citizens saying, "Oh my gosh, let me help out a little bit." And Yeah.
And that's exactly why public awareness is so important. Is if you look at Orlando, what's happened in the last 120 days, they went from the city that hated the homeless to taking 300 chronically homeless off the street with
Well, yeah. And the Fort Lauderdale was the big poster child for this, too, with them having a law against feeding the homeless. That's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Tell me your first name again.
Well, Tom.
Tom, would you do me a favor and call us on the we're getting ready to go up against a break, and we got to finish the segment that you interrupted. So
Sure.
Call me on the business line. Actually, call Robin, 732-8000, but not now because she's on the air.
Okay.
All right?
I will do it.
All right, we'll be right back with Galen when we come back. This is The Source, WOCA, Ocala.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us number one. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Legally Yours, brought to you by Fuller & Fuller Attorneys at Law. On the air every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. with John Fuller, a board-certified civil trial lawyer for over 25 years. John welcomes your questions, from business to complex family matters to legal disputes. So tune in every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. for Legally Yours with John Fuller, right here on WOCA 1370 a.m. and 96.3 FM, The Source.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing.
All right, 16 minutes after 8 o'clock, Galen Unold is on the phone from Life South Community Blood Center. And sorry for the interruption, Galen. That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
People call.
Oh, no, it was
live radio.
Fine.
Fine. I didn't ask you how the blood supply was. How's that?
Need O negative. Need O negative pretty desperately. So please get out there, roll up your sleeves, and donate blood. If you don't know your blood type, we'll tell you.
The segment with Galen Unold and Life South is sponsored by Penn Flooring. It's an awesome thing when somebody sponsors a great segment like this. Not only is it entertaining for us and of course enjoyable, but it's so important to get the word out about the need for blood. You're never going to go to the hospital and get blood unless somebody sits down and gives blood. Exactly. By the way, we can donate when we actually are on the air on Saturday, huh?
Yeah.
On the parade?
Absolutely.
I mean, we're going to be right in your office.
Yeah, I think it depends on what time you get there, but because we try to close a little bit early just so staff can go and enjoy it. But it just depends on what time you get there.
Yeah, we'll be there by 3.
All right, so
we'd love to have you.
So I just have some gifts I want to tell you about that are hot. I want to ask you something. Did we last year talk about a game called Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah, I think we did. I think I remember this. Yeah.
It's a hot game again this year. Oh, they asked me to sign in. We'll forget about signing in. I can't remember the details about this, but it's a party game for horrible people.
Yeah, and don't you have to do like certain things that are on the card or something?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I remember this. And
550 cards, yeah. Okay, so that's a hot game right now. There's something I want to ask you about. Have you ever heard about a company called Mind Reader?
No.
Mind Reader produces things that are computer. What do you call it? Intuitive.
Okay.
And if you for example, you get a coffee maker that's made by Mind Reader. You put in the coffee maker those little cups. Those little Keurig cups, or whatever you call them.
Yeah.
And
service
right, you
cups.
put in like, let's say, yours, your wife's, and whoever else drinks coffee. Well, you just say, "Make my coffee," and it'll say, "Oh, that's Galen." It'll read your mind.
Oh wow!
What kind of coffee you want?
That's cool.
Have you heard of this?
That's cool.
I guess it doesn't really read your mind. It knows your voice.
You have to program it. You have
Yeah,
to
it's
tell
a
it.
voice recognized, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would probably put the cup in there and say, "This is Galen's cup," and then it knows.
Right, Galen's cup.
You have to tell it. You can't let it.
So that's a
guess.
hot item. Another hot item is the Roku 3 streaming media player.
The Roku's been around for a while, but it'll basically play your Hulu's and your Amazon Prime and that kind of thing, and Chromecast.
Okay.
So, but there's a couple of different versions. They also have one just for Amazon. So if you have Amazon Prime, and you can just plug it into your USB player in your computer, in your TV, and you can get Prime right to your TV.
So you want to hear my
with Google Chromecast.
Do you want to hear I'm going to tell you something that I'm going to confess to being a hypocrite about. You know the Grand Theft Auto games?
Yes.
There's a part of me that would go on the air and say this is just something we shouldn't be playing because it's going to encourage people to just grab people, pull them out of cars.
I don't believe that it encourages people, but okay.
No, I know. Well, but on the other hand, the hypocrite of me loves playing this game.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
you
food.
know, I mean, it is such a big leap, and people. I grew up playing video games, and I played Grand Theft Auto. I haven't played the new one, which apparently is the best game ever made.
Number 5, right?
Yeah, number 5 is apparently the best game ever made.
It's a hot selling item right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I played Call of Duty, and I play them with my children, and it is such a big leap to say, wow, I can shoot people in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go out and shoot people in real life. That is so, to me, that is like night and day, light and darkness. I mean, there's no, when you hear stories about people who went out and did this, they already had some problem or some, issue.
But let me
desensitize you to death.
Okay, but hold on. Let me just say something. The average person, however, who simply looks at the game and then looks at the news and says, "Oh my gosh, no wonder everybody's killing people. They've got games that show people killing people, and there's no consequences to it." So what I'm pointing out is that it's easy to understand why people say that.
Well, and I call those people motivated idiots.
Oh.
Right? No, think about it. They're really highly motivated about solving a problem or curing something that they perceive as being a problem. But they don't take the time to really understand the problem.
All right, don't get stuck on that. I want to tell you some more hot gifts. PlayStation 4 Destiny bundle. Help me understand why that's a hot game. What is Destiny?
Destiny, my kids actually have it. What's cool about Destiny is it's a lot of online play, and you can really control your own character. So it's just one of those cool up and coming games. It's been out for about probably almost a year now, but it's a platform that you can do a lot off of. So.
Have you heard about this? This is a gun. It's a toy, obviously, and it's called the Boomco Rapid Madness Blaster. It's got a target.
I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
Never heard of it? It's like a big, colorful, plastic, red, blue, black contraption that shoots darts or rubber darts. Not
all right.
Rubber. Yeah.
All right.
Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar. Really?
Oh my gosh.
That's a big hit.
It's amazing. Legos is one of those toys that has just stood the test of time. I mean, I buy my children Legos every year, and I got Legos as a kid, and it's just simply amazing how Legos. You can always go to Legos if you don't know what to get, either a boy or a girl. You can do Legos and be fine of just about any age.
Yeah, but an Advent calendar, you should have that already. That shouldn't be on Christmas.
Yeah.
The Advent ends on Christmas.
When it gets to Christmas, isn't it? Yeah. Unless it's a 2015 Advent calendar.
Have you heard of the Zoomer Dino or the Zoomer Dino? This is a remote controlled dinosaur. You control him.
I have heard about this thing.
He can sense where you are and what you're doing.
Yeah. It's a intuitive. It's not really a remote controlled, even though there are some. It can follow you around.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's kind of like the next generation of remote control cars.
Yeah, you're right. It says control him if you can.
Yeah. The brewers, you have to feed it and interact with it, and
some kids
kind of cool.
Some kids gonna make him breathe fire. You watch. You're gonna get a little CO2 cartridge and.
The Disney Frozen Castle and Ice Palace play set. Oh, wow.
Larry, that's on your list, I know. That you're into Frozen.
The helicopter in a cage by Hot Wheels.
This is a present we got my son. So, because the interesting thing about remote controlled flying objects, if you take them outside and it's windy,
right,
crash, they get in trees, they get on roofs. What's cool about this is you can run it into a wall and it doesn't break anything, supposedly.
Oh, so you got this? Does he know you got it?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
But I'll let you know the day after Christmas if it worked or not.
Okay. All right.
Historically, these hog air, they're called
that's what it is. Hog, yeah. Air hog,
Oh,
yes.
you got Alex one of those, the hog.
They last historically less than a week, right? So, because they just break, because they crash.
We had to drive to Orlando that one year to get Alex the hog, because that was the only place we could, they had it.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah, but this is,
before.
like
It's
10,
amazing how much
14 years
easier
ago.
it is to shop for Christmas now.
How about the Lifetime Double Shot Arcade Basketball System? This looks like the kind of thing you would play over at Stevie B's.
Yeah. It's basically Pop-A-Shot. Yeah. It's, where you just have a basket with the little basketballs and you can just shoot free throws, basically. Yeah.
A smart robocar. The Anki Drive Starter Kit. Smart robocar.
What's it called?
The ANKI. Anki?
Yes, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. All right, so what you do is they have these cars, and the cars, it's almost like a slot car track,
right?
That we would call it back in the day.
Right.
But instead of controlling it with a little trigger, you control it with your mobile device via Bluetooth.
Oh, cool.
And so you control it, and apparently they're really fast. But not only do you race one another, but you also have the options of they're weaponized. So you could do things like make the other car go into a spin. You can make it flash and do all these kinds of cool things. So not only can you play the game, but you also do a war. So it's huge, though, Larry. I mean, we were going to get this for my son, but one, it's $200.
Oh,
But
well,
secondly,
that's off my list.
Really?
It takes up. You roll out the mat, and it's a special mat that is electrified or magnetized or something, so you can run the cars on it. But it's 5 feet long and 3.5 feet wide, so it's massive.
Oh, that is cool.
It is. If you watch the YouTube video, it is amazing. I thought it's priced at about $150, but that's when I saw that, I'm like, that is the coolest thing ever. But it didn't fit in the budget this year.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That is cool.
There's the Pizza Craft Pizzeria Pronto Outdoor Pizza Oven. In case you want to make pizza outdoor for some reason.
It's got one heck of a light bulb in it, Larry.
Is that what that is?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
But like every other kitchen always has that light bulb that just cooks stuff.
Yeah, but you can't cook stuff now with the new government-controlled light bulbs because they don't, put out the heat.
Another hot topic is called...
Not a bad thing.
Another hot topic. Another hot item is called the Happiness Table Topics Questions to Start Great Conversations.
I don't understand these things. That I can't imagine looking at a card for starting a conversation.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, granted, I'm kind of an extrovert, but if I have to look at a card to start a conversation, how shallow am I?
Exactly.
I don't understand that at all. I mean, if you need a card to start a conversation, you're not even trying.
That's just like those things that you can buy all these words and then write your own poems. You just drop them on the table and kind of mix them up and say, ooh, I created a poem.
Yeah, I think that's silly, too.
The Corksicle One Wine Chiller and Aerator. It's on sale for $36.27.
I'm pretty sure that's not for a kid gift.
No, that's
right?
not a kid. Oh, it chills the wine. I'm not really sure how that works.
As you're pouring it through the aerator, probably. That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah,
Again, I don't drink wine.
That is what it does, yeah. Oh, I see. It's like a cool, like a cold rod that goes into the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
That's cool.
All right, just some ideas. 2 weeks from today, we'll stop talking about this, but...
But if you're looking for the wow present and you have a child between the ages of 8 and 14, that Anki drive is amazingly cool.
That wouldn't be good for a 28-year-old man?
Or a 36-year-old?
Alex
son
would love it. I think he would really love it. But the thing is, and the other thing about it is you can race against the artificial intelligence too.
Oh.
So you can play this one person.
Oh, wow.
It's with those other cars you had to control one with your left hand and one with your right. I would race myself all the time, but with this one you can actually race against.
My son would
20
love
seconds.
this.
We got 20 seconds. Where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today is at Best Buy, Larry. Best Buy.
Go to Best Buy. You're going to go there anyway, I have a feeling.
Get the
Yankee. And if you can't get over to Best Buy, go next door to the Cascades and donate blood. And Denell, go next to Winn-Dixie. Galen, have a great day. Thank you so much.
One other present you want to look for: gamer glasses.
Gamer glasses.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Galen. All right, bye.
Possible
House
snags.
Speaker John Boehner says a $1.1 trillion budget keeps the government open and sets up a challenge
to the president's unilateral actions on immigration.
But some GOP members, like Mo Brooks of Alabama, are unhappy there's no real effort
to defund the president's unlawful, illegal amnesty.
The White House is unclear on the bill's prospects there.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland. Some classes canceled because of rain in Southern California, where residents are stocking up.
Tarps, batteries, flashlights.
In anticipation of one of the windiest and rainiest storms in 5 years, it's supposed to later pound parts of Southern California. And in Britain, charges filed against a 74-year-old man police say held 3 women against their will in a London house for 30 years. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
News Talk 1370. WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
Hey, I'm Gary.
And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSales.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information